Last episode, we kept up our winning streak in all competitions and look to hit the ground running again this time around. Hey, what's going on? Respected Jeff here with another episode in this Chelsea career. Quick reminder, we are still joint top of the table. 8 games played, 24 points alongside Liverpool. They edge us out on goal difference, but still a lot of season left to play here. So right off the bat, the new event for the episode, this time around, it's a realism update. So just to keep things realistic, I don't want it to seem like I'm just blowing through results because the game is too easy. So several players are actually going to get a change, decrease to their overall, and I also got some new in-game faces. So check this out, guys. Edward Mendy finally gets his new in-game face. It's been driving me crazy that he didn't have one so far, but 83 still does feel like a good overall for him. Andre Onana goes down 1 again, down to 81. He's steadied the ship a little bit since his horrible performances earlier, but still where I feel like he belongs. Ben Chilwell also gets a -1. 85 just felt a little too high. Still obviously a good player, but I'm just trying to account for unrealistic growth in this series. Reece James also gets a new in-game face here, as you can see. Looks great. Again, he's another one that was driving me nuts, so hopefully as he gets more minutes, he'll look more important as well in the game. Cesar Azpilicueta down to 83. Again, still a good player, but he's getting up there with age, and I just don't want this squad to get out of control with the overall, so I'm starting to adjust things manually. Billy Gilmore is another one who gets a real in-game face. He's out on loan at West Ham this season, but he's one that I see as important to this squad in the coming seasons. Sky's the limit for that young man, so he'll come back next season and play an important role. Marcel Sabitzer also gets a -1. He had grown to an 84. We signed him at 83. I just don't feel like he deserves an increase, so some of these players are going to keep at the level they are. And finally, the biggest decrease goes to Kai Havertz. This is a tricky one because obviously he's a great player, one of our best players last season, but the growth in FIFA 21 is just so outrageous. He was already a 90 overall at 22 years of age. 90 puts him in like best couple of players in the world territory, and I mean, honestly, he was good, but I don't feel like he deserves that. If anyone from our squad was going to get to that level, I think Timo Werner's the standout, so he stays at 88. I feel like he deserves that, and Abraham with his 83 feels fair as well. So Havertz still a great player. 87 still makes him one of the best in the league, actually, but I feel like that's more the level. He can grow to 90 over the next couple seasons if he can prove it, but when we get back to games, guys, Wolves up next. Let's get to it. Alright, here we go, back into action and looking to keep our undefeated streak alive this season. There are some new in-game faces. Reece James and Edward Mendy both make the starting lineup, and both looking the part too. So Chelsea out here looking for another win, and really, I mean, in the kind of form we've been in, you'd expect nothing less. We have been playing out of our minds recently, but Wolves always give a challenge to the top couple of teams in the league with the way they play here. Kurt Zouma doing well to defend, and Edward Mendy slides it out. First interaction with his new in-game face. Great stuff there from the goalkeeper as usual. He is having another great season. Ziyech looking to play through Abraham here, but Wolves very direct play over the top, looking for Podence. That is a lovely ball. Chilwell unable to catch up. Great touch around his man, and Zouma there to clean it up at a very important moment. Kurt Zouma continues his growth here at Chelsea. He has been so good the last season or two, and he just gets better every single game. Reece James now looking to slide a clever ball through for Abraham. Didn't quite come off. But Reece James really making a name for himself this season. It's between him and Azpilicueta for that right back spot. I've been rotating the two of them a lot, but honestly, as of late, Reece James has been making the spot his own. Great ball in for Abraham. Couldn't make too much of the header, but again, that's why we need Reece James in the team. His crossing ability is second to none. And while Azpilicueta is definitely still the better defender, I think Reece James with his attacking output has become more of a threat for us recently, especially as we bomb forwards with some of these attacks. Clever ball over the top from Ziyech, off the post from Abraham. Well, that was close. Outrageous play. And again, Ziyech making himself a threat. Again, off the Wolves defense, though. And now they come forward in our direction. Looking for a way through. It's Christie. Good footwork. Getting the better of his man. Top of the box now, Christie. Give and go. Oh, what a lovely goal from Wolves to dash Chelsea's hopes of going in front here, at least in this first half. And Christie with an outrageous bit of play. He did all the hard work, really, in the build-up play. Great footwork, and then a clever little give and go. Good finish at the end of the move, too. Nothing Mendy could do about that. Pulisic, who got to start this game after requesting it, he sent us an email asking if he could play, and really has not impressed at all. It's a tricky one because our front three is so good, and Pulisic, despite all of his potential, just doesn't really have too much of a spot right now. So we'll have to figure out what to do with him going forward. A player I love in real life, and I actually rate higher than the 81 he's given, but in the context of this career mode, I just don't think he's deserved too much more. Wolves with a chance here from the free kick. It's blocked. And Zuma, pushed down in the box, settles it, and Podence for a second. Will Wolves score 2, and danger now for Chelsea. Well, I gotta say, Wolves have been playing brilliantly. Despite our best efforts, they've defended well, and those were some great chances there to score both of those goals. Pulisic with the ball at the end of the first half, whistle blows, and we go in 2 goals down. Something big needs to change here for the second half. So I'm switching to 3 at the back. We gotta throw everything we have at this. I really want to keep our undefeated streak alive for as long as we can here. Pulisic coming off, Sabitzer coming on. Let's see if we can't make something better happen here in the second half. Ziyech. Well, no matter what formation we play, he seems to be the threat at the center of the pitch, and Werner drags the shot wide after Sabitzer slipped him through. Well, that was the best chance of the game so far for Chelsea. And Werner, oh man, yeah, really just made a mess of that. That's a difficult technique, though, over the top of the ball as it's running into him. So I'm hopeful that we'll get more chances here. Ziyech plays it through Sabitzer again, finding space, and again plays through Werner in the box. All the time in the world, and he does it. He finishes Timo Werner into the corner. Well done from the striker. He stayed composed, and we got to throw everything we have at this now. Havertz coming on, Abraham off, and let's see if we can't just grab another goal here. Hopefully a second to go on to win yet again. We don't want to drop points here with Liverpool running the top of the league. So let's see if we can't go on to grab another goal here. Zaha picking up the ball and does well to find Werner. Turning and running directly at his man, looking for a way through. No one quite ahead of him, but he does find the feet of Ziyech. Looking for the option ahead of him, slips it through. Havertz, 2! What a finish! Chelsea grab a second, and Wolves are now on level terms. Let's see if we can't go on to grab a third. Kai Havertz, the impact sub, coming on and grabbing a second goal for Chelsea. Never in doubt with this attack that we can go on to score plenty more goals. That is a great pass to find his feet, and what a finish. Look at that, through the arm of the goalkeeper. Couldn't quite get down onto it. 10 minutes left. Can we go on to grab a third here? Silva for Ziyech. Looking for the options. Upfield, finds the feet of Werner, lays it off. Havertz, lovely pass. Ziyech, oh, touching to space. Just goes missing, well defended by Wolves. About 5 minutes left now. We gotta make sure we don't concede either. Lovely ball over the top again for Podence. This game really could go either way. We definitely have been the better team in the last 15-20 minutes, but Wolves still definitely have a goal, and then we saw what they could do in the first half. Although this change of formation definitely has worked. 3 at the back, really giving them a run for their money. And talk about an impact sub. Kai Havertz coming off the bench to score that goal. He has looked great so far, looking to show why he deserves a 90 once again. Ziyech with the shot from distance, saved by the goalkeeper. Rui Patricio keeps it out, and that might have been our chance. Great touch out from feet, great strike going right into the corner, but the goalkeeper gets a hand to it, a little too close to him perhaps. 93 minutes gone now. Can we get one more chance over the top? Zaha, early ball, Havertz heading it down, and the whistle blows. Chelsea, first points dropped all season. We did well to come back from 2-0 down, but it just wasn't enough to get another win. Disappointing from Pulisic, who just couldn't stand up to the task. Havertz had to be called upon to come in and score a goal, and now we move on. Alright, well, a little break in league action now. Back to the Champions League. We take on Atalanta next. And Upamecano is looking to play this one. And I gotta say, I think he deserves it, guys. He's been a really good, more of a substitute center back than anything, with Thiago Silva still nailing down that starting spot alongside Zuma. But Upamecano is one for the future, and he needs every kind of chance that he can get to start making that transition as Thiago Silva ages out of the club. In other squad news, I think Mason Mount deserves a start here. He's looked so good in the chances he's been given. And in terms of the front three, Werner gets a rest. He's played almost every game this season. And if you guys want to check out the rest of the squad details, you can go to respectthejeff.com, click on the Chelsea tab, and see all of the detailed stats for every single player in the club. Go ahead and comment there on transfers you'd like to see, things like that. But with that said, let's get back to the games. All right, here we go. Team ready for this one. We're looking to make it a third win in the Champions League and go on to secure this group stage. I mean, we really don't have the most challenging group. A couple teams that could give us trouble here, but I mean, obviously we're doing well so far, and we're definite favorites to go through top of the group here. Zuma does so well to take that ball off of Zapata. Both of them really strong physical players. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up in this game. Mason Mount progressing the ball forwards. And I'll be looking to see a bit from Mason Mount here. Obviously, he's played well this season when he's been given the chance. Not necessarily a starter right now, but so much potential on him. I want to see him grow into one of those central midfield roles. With Ziyech playing more on the right-hand side and more of a creative role, obviously getting so many assists, I want Mason Mount to be more of a true number 8, chip in with some goals, get forward, defend as well. I think he can do it too. Really versatile player. And he's been showing this season that he's capable of it. Ziyech with the shot from distance, deflected off Abraham. Thought that was going to trickle in for just a moment there. Goalkeeper made easy work of it though. Zapata give and go here. Lovely play. Atalanta in the box, and Pavone skies it into the top corner. That is an absolutely fantastic goal. Actually, sorry, that was Gomez for Atalanta scoring the opening goal of the game. And again, Chelsea the first to concede. That is a great bit of play. Nothing really the defense could do about that. Mendy left reeling, trying to make a save on that one. Ziyech, a little flick. We got to make something happen. Get a quick response in this one. Tammy Abraham all the way out wide. Havertz looking to make a name for himself on the right-hand side. Show what he can do in this game. Mason Mount, Chilwell trying to play that ball through. Zaha is released. Good run. In behind. What can he do now? Wilfried Zaha, step overs, puts a ball in. Abraham finishes just like that. Chelsea, immediate response right off the kickoff. Grab that ball. Let's go. We're looking for more. Great stuff from Abraham as always. But really full credit to Wilfried Zaha who created that chance there pretty much out of nothing. Great little bit of skill and a good ball in. Oh, Zapata strips that ball off of Upamecano, and just like that, Atalanta get back on top of this game. Zapata has been really imposing himself on this game. Great pressure up top to just sneak that ball through the legs of our defender. That's poor from Upamecano, who I am looking to see a little bit better from. But honestly, that's why Thiago Silva still has the starting spot here. Zaha been pretty much our only bright spark going forward here, and he does it again. Great step overs, still going, and this time he runs out of room to run into. Can't quite pull that one off, and Chelsea's still looking for a second goal here. 40 minutes played. Oh, Azpilicueta sliding in. Pavone gets the better of him. Outstanding footwork. Zuma this time closing down and looking to shut down the angles. He does so, but Pavone keeps a hold of the ball. It's out for a corner. Chelsea having a very hard time keeping Atalanta at bay here. This time headed away, but only as far as Romero. Top of the box. Gomez turns his man. Oh, outstanding footwork. Alejandro Gomez still going. Rides out the challenge, and it's a penalty. Oh no, again. That's the second time this season we've seen a really weak penalty given. And to be perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure he got the ball. Look at that replay. Zuma, very, very harsh on him. Gomez, good footwork in the build-up play at least. And now it's Zapata over the ball and looking to finish this one. Mendy, can he make this save to keep Chelsea in this? Yes! Edward Mendy comes up huge with a big, big save that keeps Chelsea's Champions League group stage hopes alive here. What a game it's been so far, and hopefully we can turn the tides here in the second half. Tammy Abraham lays it off. Hakim Ziyech, top of the box, looks to have a curling effort. Does not trouble the goalkeeper too much. Chelsea really limited chances so far. Atalanta defending well as being able to attack here. De Bruyne plays a ball through. Chilwell just getting there and played a little nervously out of the back, but we managed to do so all the way forward. Azpilicueta, lovely vision, find Havertz. And now Havertz. No real option to release, but that's a clever pass for Mason Mount. Oh, just a split second too slow. Well, it only just didn't come off, but that is great pass from Havertz to pick out Mason Mount. And like I said, just a split second too slow to get on the end of that one there. Chilwell doing well to win the ball back, and now he releases Zaha away in a bit of space. Waiting for that run, Mason Mount plays it through. Abraham, lovely touch, inside, and a finish. Tammy Abraham gets the second for Chelsea. Again, slams that one into the back of the net. Great pass. What a touch. First time inside, sends the defender the wrong way, and a lovely finish into the corner there. Tammy Abraham, yet another goal this season. Oh, he is just outstanding in dragging us to win after win, or in this case, maybe a draw if we can keep things level like they are. Muriel in the box. Well defended there. Now we're away again. Can we grab a third this time? Last game finished 2-2. We're not looking to have that happen again. Ziyech, first time ball through for Havertz. Releases Werner in behind, and the pass just into the defender. Didn't come off that time for Havertz. Conte closing down, top of the box. Again, this game definitely not over. Atalanta with another shot. And that was not far off at all. Honestly, probably should have been a goal. If it was on target, I think it was in. Mendy couldn't cover that far into the goal. But we get off with that one. 2-2 still. Maybe one last chance here. Ziyech plays it through Loftus-Cheek. Oh, the substitute again just couldn't quite get there. And I guess that's kind of the story for us tonight, isn't it? Not quite for Chelsea. Another tie here, this time against Atalanta. 2 points dropped in this Champions League group stage. Really won't hurt us too much against Atalanta, who I think are probably other favorites to go top of this group. So not too bad, but we got to do better. All right, well, 2 disappointing results in a row, and we will be looking to change that against Fulham. Still undefeated, I guess, which is the bright spot here, but we are dropping points in both the League and Champions League, so we're going to look to change things here. Right back into action against Fulham. All right, here we go, an away matchup at Craven Cottage. Fulham not doing so well this season. Chelsea clear favorites to win this match. We just got to show that we can do it. We haven't been in the best run of form, but obviously not playing bad either. So I think we'll be able to pull this off if we can get back to our usual best here. Timo Werner, how about that? Lovely switch of play to find his feet. He's driving inside now, lays it off. Abraham, clever flick through Havertz. There you have it, Chelsea. That's what we do best. Great build-up play, great goal. What a pass from Abraham to find Havertz, and a good run from Havertz to cut in and make that finish too. Really good stuff from Chelsea, and a great start to the game. Pretty much our first possession in the game ends up in a goal here, and we will be looking for more. Reece James, lovely ball through. Cavallero trying to play it. Reece James heads it away, but only as far as our goal, and played out from the back now. Somehow comes off for Chelsea. In the meantime, it seems like our preferred line is definitely James, Thiago Silva, Zuma, and then on the left-hand side, Chilwell. It seems like when we deviate from that, we just concede goals for fun. I mean, it was 4 goals in the last 2 games as I was tinkering around with the back line a little bit, but I think we look to be back to our best. I mean, obviously it's just Fulham, but some really good covering being done there, especially by James and Thiago Silva out on that right-hand side. Cavallero made some good runs, and how about that, guys? N'Golo Kante to play out of pressure, little nutmeg, and now can he finish off the end of this move? Lovely pass through. Abraham chips the goalie. Oh, what a goal that would have been, but it's wide of the post. I thought that was in from Abraham. Look at that replay, guys. N'Golo Kante playing out, and honestly, he's doing such an outstanding job playing a little bit further up, not in necessarily a defensive midfield position, but as more of a true just central midfielder. He can do it at both ends of the spectrum like we've seen. Obviously, he's one of the best defensive players probably in the league or world, and then making passes and runs like that just shows that he can do it all. And Chelsea playing really well here. Fulham not rolling over by any stretch. They've had some good half chances, but we have been able to keep them at bay, just defending well here. Ziyech, lovely pass out wide for Werner. We got numbers forward now. Back center with N'Golo Kante slipping it through Abraham. Chance not quite on Havertz. Cutting it back. Looking to lay it off. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Back off of Havertz, and it's out for a goal kick there. Coming into the second half here. Fulham with a strike from distance. Mitrovic with a long distance strike, but we have managed to keep them from distance. Some good possession, though. I mean, Fulham has not played bad at all. We're just shutting down those chances in the final third, which is good for us. Kai Havertz, great touch around his man, and he's in space now. Can he pick out the pass? Oh, no! That's uncharacteristic from him. You wouldn't expect that. He had the wide open pass in the center. Abraham was wide open in front of goal, and he couldn't quite pull it off. Still only 1 goal, but we are at the end of the game here. Werner, clever footwork, and he does get the shot off somehow, does not trouble the goalkeeper at all. Fulham playing out from the back, hopefully that is it. And it is, the whistle blows. Maybe not the margins we would have been expecting from this game, but we do get the result. 3 points for Chelsea, well done from the whole team once again. It was a good performance. Fulham actually looked surprisingly up for it after not having the best start to the season, but it is another loss for them despite that. 3 more points for us, and let's take a check-in. Hopefully Liverpool have dropped some points by now. All right, well, a break in league action again. EFL Cup up next. We take on Newcastle. I'll rotate the squad a little bit. Let's take a quick look at who's left. It's round 4. I think that is, 16 teams left. So some big names left in it, obviously. Newcastle, not too bad of a draw for us. And unfortunately, I forgot to record the footage here, but Liverpool have not dropped points, which means we are 2 points off top spot in the league too. And guys, in the meantime, if you're interested in getting more behind-the-scenes action here, you can join my coaching staff. Go to patreon.com/respectthejeff. I'll invite you to the Discord server where we have a lot of awesome conversations about how these careers are going, and I'll share things like new faces I'm making or kits and get your guys' feedback on that. We have a good little community going, and if you're interested in joining, please consider doing so. Helps out the channel a lot, as well as just being a fun thing for all of us to do together. In the meantime, if you've been enjoying this series, please consider subscribing to the channel. That also helps me out so much as I continue to make content, and I'll be back soon with next episode. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.